Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with our Crafty Playdate, and we are making our third Christmas club card. This is actually not my sample. This is somebody else's. My sample vanished, but it looks good, and I'm going to use it, but I'm going to show you how to make it. We are using just 2 colors in this card, but because of the variegated ribbon, I think this card really pops. And the stamp set, the way they work together. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So the stamp set is Joy to You, and the letters are thin and get slowly darker, and the ribbon that I use, I dropped something, is kind of an ombre ribbon, and it is called variegated ribbon. Okay, good, I like it. It's dark and light at the top and dark at the bottom. Can you see that? Okay, so when I tied my bow, I made sure that I didn't twist anything so that it stays dark along the bottom and lighter at the top, and it matches then the way the sentiment stamp works. So it's kind of a cool combo. And it's balmy blue. So since that ribbon was balmy blue, I am using balmy blue paper today and white card base. Where did I put it? Let's hope this is a card base sized. I don't think so. I might have to trim this down. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is way too big. A standard card base is 5.5 by 4.25. So let's just do it from a regular piece of paper so you can see. So this paper is 8.5 by 11. Seems bigger, but it's not. All right, 8.5 by 11. So I'm just going to stick it in this way and cut it at 5.5, which is exactly half. Like that, and there's my card base. Okay, so sorry I didn't have that ready for you guys. All right, so it's a Whisper White card base. Not Whisper White, sorry, it's Basic White. Basic White card base. And you just fold it in half like so. And forgive me in advance for not being super coordinated. I'm supposed to be in a wrist brace and I just don't want to wear it. All right, and then I'm using a panel of balmy blue. Now this panel is smaller than a standard panel. Normally a panel is 1/4 inch smaller. I'm going smaller than that. This is 3 3/4 by 5. So instead of being 1/4 inch smaller each side, it's 1/2 inch smaller each side. Okay. And I did that because I wanted a wider white base on there to kind of go with the whole ribbon theme here. I also have embossed this panel, and do you see that sparkle? I'm going to show you how to do that. All right. So I took this panel and through the magic of TV, I embossed it using this embossing folder called Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. It's great. These are beefy. These are thick embossing folders, and it just gives a lot more depth. So it's not just kind of down or up. It has different depths in it, and it makes a big difference, I think, in the embossing. So I ran this through my Big Shot like this. And not my Big Shot, you know, my cut and emboss machine, and came out with this. So the cool thing is, okay, this is all a theme, right? It's lighter snow here and heavier snow here. So light to dark, light to dark, light to dark. Cool, right? Works. It works. All right, so to make this thing sparkle, we are going to spray it. And what we're going to spray it with is a mixture of stuff. So I'm going to show you my concoction here. Oh, it hurts to lift that. Okay, this is shimmer paint. We used to carry it. We don't anymore. I have had this bottle of it for 11 years. All right, so when you find it, just get it. Sneeko makes it. You can probably get it at a big box craft store or find it on Amazon or something. We just don't have it anymore. But I miss it. And I still use mine all the time. And the way I use it, oh, by the way, we have a couple colors, or we used to have a couple colors. So it does come in different colors. This one is the frost white because I wanted it to be kind of a silvery light frost on the spray. But they do make different colors. There's one called Champagne that's kind of gold. So you can see the blend here makes this one look a little gold and this one look a little white. See the difference? Okay. So anyway, this is the Champagne. We're not using that. This is the frost white. What I did is I filled my spritzer bottle about to here with rubbing alcohol. This is the one I used because it's the one I had. You just don't, It doesn't have to be like medical, oh my gosh, but it is going to smell like you got a shot, but that's okay. You know, it's flu shot season. Anyway, I fill it to here with the rubbing alcohol, and then I just pour a couple of drops of this paint into this bottle and swirl it around. And you can see it does settle. And this I'll leave, by the way, as long as you put the cap back on. You can leave this until you need it again. So this will be here all season. I'm just going to swirl it so that I can get the paint to kind of mix in, and it turns into like that milky substance. It looks like a bowling ball to me. You know how the bowling balls all have that? Okay, anyway, so you make it till it's like a bowling ball. Shimmer it around. And then you are going to, don't hold your card like this and spray because you'll have a big thumbprint, right? Think about it like you're trying to get a suntan. Okay, you can see that I kind of saturated it, not super wet, but definitely wet. It's dark, but it's shiny. See that? And now I'm just going to set it aside, and as it dries, it's going to flatten back out, okay? And because it's rubbing alcohol, it's going to dry pretty quickly. If you tried to mix that with water, it would work, but it would ruin your paper. So make sure that you're using rubbing alcohol. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp while I'm waiting for that to dry. This panel looks like a square, but it's actually not. It is 3 by 2 3/4. So it's just a little bit shorter. When I made it a square, it just felt too long. This actually should be down a little, but it just felt a little too long. So that's why it is the size it is. All right, and I'm using Balmy Blue ink also, because Balmy Blue is the theme of this card, right? And it is kind of a beefy stamp also. So again, it's not square. It is 3 by 2 3/4 this way. So you want to do it on the horizontal like this, okay? That's pretty important because if you do it the other way, it crowds your words. It doesn't seem like it would, but it does. All right, and I'm just gonna go here and press, and 1, 2, 3, lift. Oh my gosh, because I'm not super stable with my wrist right now, I am making halos and taping things funny. So just bear with me. I'm not going to rock this time. I'm going to try and just go straight down and up. It shakes. 1, 2, 3, lift. Oh my gosh, still bad. All right, well, you're going to forgive me for this because you're getting the idea. This is a sample video. All right. Yikes. All right. Well, I could definitely do this and then add some gems there or something, but I just want to show you how to do this. Now I'm going to tape this on here. I'm just going to use Scotch tape. You don't want to use liquid glue for this part. You can use glue dots if that makes you happy. But why not just use a little bit of Scotch tape? It's going to be hidden by your card. I'm doing the darker at the bottom because to me that makes sense with the stamp and the snow and everything else. And that part is ready to go. This is almost dry. Not quite. You can see it's still a little curled. See, a little curved. So in the meantime, I will just talk to you. We'll just talk for a minute. This card, and I had 2 others that I have done this holiday, this month for my Christmas club. We meet from July to usually November. We're actually finishing just after Thanksgiving. Usually we're done before Thanksgiving, but it's been a crazy year. But we make 12 cards a month. They are 4 of the same design, three different designs, 4 of each card. Okay, so 12 total each month, and then we're done usually before Thanksgiving. This year, before December, we will be done. We'll have 60 handmade cards. So if you're in the Chicago area, come to a class. We have a good time. It's usually a lot of fun, and we love each other. We get along. We have fun. We chat. We know everything about each other's lives at this point. We know each other's stories, and they welcome strangers. It's just the best. So if you're here, come. You can find me on Meetup, and I'll try to remember to put the link in the description box. I will have all these items in the description box so that if you see anything you love and need to have, you can order it. Oh my gosh, yeah, I do want to glue that. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down with the shaky hand. There we go. And now this, look at that. See that beautiful shine? So fun. Okay, and this one is going to go up on dimensionals just to challenge the hand. And on here, I would only use 4 dimensionals. So I would do very top and very bottom. And you know how I'm usually not super happy about letting the middle get saggy like that? The reason that I am allowing that to not have another dimensional under here is I don't want to make this bow too tall. I don't want to have a dimensional under the knot and suddenly this sticks up off your card too high and you have to pay extra postage to mail all those Christmas cards. So you won't have to if you do it this way. The knot won't be too tall for your envelope. All right, well, that's stuck. Ish stuck, as my son used to say. Ish stuck. He'd get caught in something. Ish stuck. Or one time we went shopping and he had grabbed a stuffed animal that he really wanted to buy. And we had so many, and they're just dust catchers. Anyway, so he didn't want to put it down. And when I said, Bud, you have to give this to me, he said, ish stuck. Okay, there you go. So now you are all set. That is what the card is basically going to look like with a little better stamping next time. Sorry about that. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be yours. Everything that you see here is linked in the description below except for the stuff like this shimmery stuff. But you use this little spritz, I use a spritz bottle, or I can even use one of these little spritzers. These are in our catalog. So in case you don't have a whole bottle and you just want to make a little spritz in here. So I will list this for you. But anyway, if you don't have a demonstrator, please, and you want to order something, please go ahead and order from me. I would appreciate it. If you do have a demonstrator, that's great. Please go ahead and support that demonstrator. It is the holiday season, and I know it would be much appreciated. Have a great day, and thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye.